How to spot a motivated seller. One of the biggest advantages a buyer can have is knowing when a seller is motivated. Motivated sellers are more open to negotiation, more flexible on terms, and more likely to work with buyers who understand what to look for. But motivation isn't always obvious and it's rarely advertised directly. My name is Bryan Marota. I'm a real estate agent here in California, and in this video I'm going to break down how to spot a motivated seller, what signals actually matter, and how buyers can use this information strategically. First, what motivated really means. Motivated does not always mean desperate. A motivated seller is simply someone who has a reason to move within a certain time frame. That reason could be financial, logistical, personal, or market related. Understanding that difference helps buyers negotiate without being aggressive. 1. Days on market. One of the clearest signals is how long a home has been listed. When a property sits longer than the average for the area, it often means buyer demand is lower, pricing may be off, or the seller's expectations are adjusting. The longer a home sits, the more likely the seller becomes open to conversations. 2. Price reductions. Multiple or meaningful price reductions are a strong sign of motivation. This tells you the seller is paying attention to the market. They're willing to adjust. They may be more flexible on terms, not just price. Price reductions often open the door to additional negotiation. 3. Vacant properties. Vacant homes are often tied to motivated sellers. Common reasons: the seller already moved, it was a rental or inherited property, the seller is carrying two payments. Vacancy usually means holding costs, and holding costs create urgency. 4. Seller credits being offered. When a listing mentions seller credits, rate buydowns, or closing cost help, that's a signal. It shows the seller is trying to attract buyers, open to creative solutions, willing to negotiate beyond just price. This often means more flexibility behind the scenes. 5. Flexible terms in the listing. Look closely at the remarks. Phrases like flexible closing, seller willing to work with buyer, bring all offers, often indicate openness to negotiation, especially on timing and terms. 6. Condition versus price mismatch. If a home needs work but is priced aggressively, that can signal motivation. It may mean the seller doesn't want to fix things. They want speed over perfection. They're open to credits or adjustments instead. This is where informed buyers can gain leverage. 7. Communication through the listing agent. A good buyer's agent can often sense motivation through conversations. Fast responses, openness to feedback, and willingness to discuss terms are subtle but important signals. Motivated sellers usually engage, unmotivated sellers resist. And what motivation does not mean. Motivation doesn't mean the seller will accept any offer. You should lowball aggressively. The deal will be easy. Motivation creates opportunity, not entitlement. How buyers should use this information. Smart buyers don't attack motivated sellers. They back offers with data. Ask for reasonable concessions. Structure terms that solve seller problems. Keep communication professional. That's how deals actually get accepted. My quote, final thought: the best negotiations don't come from pressure. They come from understanding. When buyers recognize motivation and respond strategically, everyone wins and deals move forward smoothly. If you're house hunting and want help identifying motivated sellers and structuring smart offers, I'm happy to help. You can call or text me at 562-484-8138 or message me on Instagram at Bryan Marota. Knowing what to look for can save you real money.